Hey everybody, what's poppin'? This is Mistress Merlot, and I'm gonna make this video short because obviously I got somewhere to go, baby. I took off my long reds and I replaced them with pink. I don't typically wear pink nails. I like what I like. I like red. I want to try something different, so I tried the pink. Let me hold on, y'all. Clap y'all hands for me. Yeah. And I got the little scrunchy bag to match. But nah, guys. What I'm here to talk about today is keeping your business to yourself and why you should stop oversharing and how to stop oversharing, right? So first, before we get into the nitty gritty, I want to tell you guys some of my struggles with that. A couple of stories, so y'all can relate, y'all can, see where I'm coming from. So I never really grew up having that many friends. I was always considered the oddball. I didn't have an emotional connection with my mom so much. Like, I really didn't have anyone to really express my full self to, I should say. And doing that, right, when I found people that I actually would like, I would start to overshare, talk too much, tell too much of my business, what I got going on with family. And, I was never really taught how to keep certain things private for a reason because of certain reasons, right? Sometimes it's just not people's business. It's not that you're trying to be secretive. It's not that you're trying, but it's just literally not people's business. And that's okay. That does not mean that, you're not able to have connections with people. And that's, being, I guess, isolated for so long, you tend to think that that's the only way for you to bond with people, for you to overshare, for you to tell all of your business and struggles and every single thing that you're doing throughout the day. So I struggle with that, and a part of me also, a huge part of me, sought out validation, especially from my mom, who I didn't feel like I had her approval anyway. So the pain of knowing that it just seemed like anything that I really had to say, it was never good enough, or it was always, well, you should consider something else, or, it was just always something. And, a part of me feels like not everything was intentional, especially with other people as well. For me, I feel that sometimes not everything is intentional on their behalf to shut down your dreams, but people tend to do it anyway. People, especially family and friends, they feel obligated, not obligated, entitled to your personal business, and obligated to, oh my gosh, why I keep saying that word, entitled to give their unsolicited advice, instead of just being genuinely happy, for you. But some people can't do that, and you cannot force them. So I'll give you guys an example. This happened, I want to say, last year. I was switching my major for college. I was switching my major, and I told someone, and it was like, they don't really make that much money. You might as well just stay with your major. And I started reconsidering. I started doing more research to validate what they said, and it messed with my frequency. It messed with the happiness and the joy that I had already, built, and the motivation and all of the excitement that I was ready to start these classes and whatnot. So, well, guess what I did? I ended up, and I'm not blaming this person. That's all me. I ended up switching my major, and people like us, we tend to get mad at, we start resenting people. And it's like, you have to learn to protect yourself. What energetically, you have to learn to protect yourself physically, all of that, right? And this is a huge part of it. It is a part of protecting your peace, protecting your dreams, protecting your peace of mind when it comes to things. Everything does not need to be shared. Every accomplishment, every goal, every new place that you go to, doesn't it enjoy the moment. And that's what I'm learning at this phase of my life. I'm learning to really just enjoy the moment. There are hundreds, thousands of moments that I've had where I'm so into the moment that I don't even think to pull out my phone. But I'm with people and they just can't seem to put their phones down. And it's so frustrating. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I'm not a controlling person, but it really is frustrating when... So back to my major, right? The major that I was trying to switch to, I wasn't necessarily worried about the money. I mean, for one, I know plenty of people that have switched to that specific majors and they making buku money. They work their way up, but they still make buku money. Don't get it twisted. And I just hate that, I allowed someone to tamper with my energy like that, but I was ignorant and I wanted their approval. I wanted their approval. Bottom line, some things just, I understand that we get so happy and excited, it's like, man, like, I want to tell somebody, like, I want them to for one, either be happy for me as well, you're seeking for them to be happy for you, or you just want to share the good news. You just want to share, precious moments with people, and completely understand. But if these people in specific have a really nasty habit of every time you have something good going on, it's very dull, like it's not a full congratulations, it's they always have something to say, like, just say if you wanted to open a hair salon, like in a specific plaza, and that's a real awkward spot. You want people to see where, you want your business to be visible. So this plaza is kind of, but what if God told you, don't worry about all that, I want you to go here? You know what I'm saying? So you listen to other people's limitations, limiting beliefs. And I just posted a video about that. Limited, beliefs and how to shrink them. So go check that out. Very important. And once you learn how to stabilize your frequency, you're more equipped to, whatever people say, you can learn to bounce that shit off. Like, I'm still gonna do what the fuck I want to do. We got those family members that no matter how private you are, they still are going to try to nitpick and not nitpick, but like really just try to, any way that they can, just try to ask questions and probe and like try to get in your business. And you may feel guilty, or you may feel, scared or slightly compelled to tell a little bit, but it's like, no, if you truly feel uncomfortable, you just don't fuck with them like that enough to even like open up your mouth and say, girl, man, woman, keep your mouth closed. Change the subject if you have to. Do what you gotta do. But everything don't have to be broadcasted. And another thing that I've learned with broadcasting things prematurely is, take for example, you working on a project, you're, I don't know, making a book, you're making something, you're designing a website, whatever. And some people do have pre-releases of things, but most likely it's already finished. Like a movie, right? A movie, they don't give out like previews unless the movie is actually finished, because they want to make sure all of the elements were implemented, nothing was left out. And it's just a form of protection, so really you're ahead of people and they're just now catching up, just saying. Which is a great feeling, like, I've been did that, you know what I'm saying, on to the next. I'm just letting y'all enjoy my crumbs, pretty much. Not trying to sound all arrogant, but y'all just enjoying my crumbs. So when you open up your mouth or you just prematurely release projects, just say if, I don't know, someone in your family got terminally ill, and some people pay for pre-orders, right? Say if you're not finished and you have to take care of this sick family member, and boom, bam, everything hits the fan because people have depended on you, or in general, even if they didn't book, people are going to start asking you, like, hey, where is that project that you were working on? And it makes you look very, very inconsistent, like you never finish what you start, or you just all talk. And I mean, who wants to be labeled as that? So work on your things in silence. Learn to applaud yourself. You know, I think I may do a series on validating yourself, mirror work, all type of things to help you give yourself a pat on the back first and foremost before you just start, doing things. And people are the byproduct of you just being you. I'll give y'all another story, right? I got married at, I want to say, age 19 or 20. I'm 25 now, excuse me. My nose is itching for y'all that don't play with me. Don't play with me. Anyway, I got married at like 19 or 20. Back in 2020, 2021. And when I tell you, where I was living at, oh my God, I was fucking miserable, right? I had moved out of my ex's house. I moved and then I had to move back in with a family member. I was miserable. And, I started dating this guy we were dating and, making, for 2 years, we were making plans. Like, I'm not even lying. We were making plans nobody even knew. I did mention to one person that he was potentially thinking about marrying me. Somebody that I knew was going to be happy for me. And don't get me wrong. When I say go to people that are going to be happy for you, I'm not just saying people that are always willing to egg on bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Some people, like, be discerning. Some people are very happy for you, but some people also will egg you on some bullshit too, knowing, like, but at the same time, hey, it ain't their place too. But anyway, so I ended up marrying him. Even though we're not together now, do I regret it? Hell no. No. And I'm not trying to make it seem like this man was my hope, my saving grace. But at the same time, when he asked me to marry him, I just seen the vision of having a much more peaceful life. And that's what I had. It was good until it lasted. It was, from where I was coming from to where I went drove all the way from Illinois to North Carolina. I didn't tell nobody a soul, not even the person that I was living with, not even the family member that I was living with. I didn't say shit. I was going for I packed my things. I'm gonna let y'all know the full story. Nah, not yet. I'm gonna have the story for y'all. Y'all gonna be like, what? Cause it's some extra things in there that's like, oh my God, y'all wouldn't believe it. Anyway, I left. I didn't tell nobody shit. So when I actually, 2 weeks later, I text my family member because they was talking shit like, oh, you just, decided to get your taxes and leave. And I'm just like, what? But anyway, it was some bullshit. But then when I let her know what happened 2 weeks later, I'm like, I can't just not say nothing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I'm safe now. Shit, I'm cool now. I can say whatever I want. Oddly, this person was proclaiming to be proud of me. And that was the first time I had ever heard that family member say that to me. You know what I'm saying? But had I said that I was getting married and that I was driving all the way to North Carolina and starting a new life, they would have been like, girl, what? No, you are not. You're staying right here. Why my mouth tastes like metal? I don't know. But I did I already had a child. You know what I mean? They were like, you're not not taking my niece, you're not taking my granddaughter, you're not taking my this, you not, you know what I'm saying? I would have to hear everybody mouth, and it just seemed like everything aligned when it needed to. Yo, I know this is so ratchet, but child's father went to jail at the time, and he would have never, went for that shit. But I had to do what I had to do. Like, I mean, it's not like I was getting help at the time anyway, with so hey, whatever. um I did marry into the military, so I'm just thinking about our safety. I'm thinking about us. I didn't tell, like I said, I only told one person. Then I packed up my Chevy Malibu, my 2012 Chevy Malibu. I packed up everything that I had. I had been packing for at least like 2 days, and it was so hard sneaking to pack my shit. Like, I was legit sneaking to pack my stuff. And then I just started driving. I passed Ohio. Then I was like, Burnett, you still got time to go back. Now I passed another state, and I said, Burnett, you still got time to go back. Then at that like 6-hour mark, I said, fuck it. Hey, it is what it. I don't regret it. Like I said, even though things did not work out between us, do I regret leaving? Not leaving? No. And I would do it 1,000 times over. Maybe just a little different. I would do it 1,000 times over at that point in my life. So, I things like that. If you don't really feel like this person would be happy for you, or you just don't want to tell nobody, it's not necessarily like people are unhappy for you. It's just, you just don't want to tell nobody. You just want to keep something for yourself for once. You don't want to even open up the possibility of there being any type of criticism. People change. People have their own thoughts, opinions, and whatnot. Yeah. So I said all that to say, protect your precious little babies. Keep sacred things to you. You don't have to post everything that you eat. You don't have to post what people be saying, moving in silence. Like, get your head ass on. Like, you're not moving in silence, bro. No, for real. Like you're not moving in silence. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I used to did not really do too much posting on like social media in general, but the main reason why I post on Facebook the way that I do is because I get paid from it. And I genuinely like editing videos, pictures, and stuff like that. I love to make videos and edit them and combine like them together. It's very, very fun for me. So I'm tired. I am tired. Why do my arms hurt? Like I did some push-ups or something. Did I do anything? I don't recall doing anything today. Not really. But yeah, you guys, work on your projects in peace. If people want to catch up with you, check in what you doing, they're gonna have to check in with you. Like, so what you been up to? Girl, I just been, creating things, just having new ideas and whatnot, and just I have been looking at YouTube videos and just watching stuff. You don't have to be real specific, just, until you develop the strength to whatever somebody say, Now, one thing I don't agree with that I hear a lot of people saying is, don't speak prematurely because people will influence your blessings. I don't fully believe that. Why? Because I feel like, no, I allow myself to be triggered by what they said, affecting my frequency, therefore affecting my blessings. Period. It's not that person's fault. It's just how I reacted to their negativity, instead of just like being like, oh, that's not my stuff. That's her negativity. That's not mine. I'm still going to be happy about whatever I was just thinking about, whatever I was just happy about. So, all right, y'all. I have to go before the night ends. I got some dancing to do, some hair to sweat out, and your girl is looking fabulous. All right, this is Mistress Malo. I typically don't ask y'all to like, share, and subscribe because I mean you gonna do what you want to do. But if you're here, if you're here, go ahead and do a kind gesture while you're here. You know.